Hey guys, welcome to another Unity 5 tutorial today, and this is going to be showing you how to add background audio or music to your game, and then maybe even saving it between scenes so it doesn't just sort of, destroy itself when you move into another scene. So without further ado, I've got the basic menu that I created a few tutorials ago, and we might want to add some background audio to this because it's not very interesting without it. So I've just got an audio track that we're going to use to put on it. So what you can do is, when you've decided on what you want, you can right click on the project panel, go on import asset and import the audio that you want. You have to allow Unity to import it depending on how big the file is. You can click on the audio and test it at this side, but I don't want to test it in case it's really loud on the recording. What we can do is, for the most part, you want to create a new empty game object. Just make sure that you set the position to 0, 0, 0. It doesn't really matter, it's just for the sake of this. We can rename this, we could name this background audio, something like that. What we can do is, once we've renamed that, we can add a new component and we can search audio, and we can add an audio source. So once we've added an audio source to that object, what we can do is we can add our music track to the audio clip slot, and you want to make sure that the spatial blend is all the way down at 0, so it's a 2D sound, so it won't matter where we go in any scene anywhere, it will always be the same volume. And you can keep it playing on awake, so as soon as your menu starts or your game starts, it will play, and you can leave loop on. So then when it ends, it'll just automatically just loop over again, so you don't get any pauses and anything. You might want to pull the volume down a little bit, and I'll pull it down quite a bit so we don't get blasted in the eardrums. So what I'll do is I'll test this. And as you could hear from that, we got some of the audio in the background, and yeah, that's all well and good, but when we press play, it's all well and good, it'll start up and it'll be fine, but when we go to new game, it'll just cut the audio out. So it depends really what you want to do with it. If you want to keep it between scenes, or you don't, that's perfectly fine. You can leave it like that, and when you go into a new scene, that's fine. But say you wanted to keep it, we can go right click it in the project panel, create, and we can go C# script, and we'll say something like don't destroy audio, and then from here we'll open up that script in Visual Studio or whatever program that you've got to edit your code. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of the two starting functions, and I will just start by writing void awake, 2 brackets after there, 2 curly brackets below. We can write don't destroy on load, and then we can write transform dot game object with a semicolon on the end. So what this means is that when we move into a new scene, it won't destroy that game object, and it will keep it as live for as long as we say that it should stay alive for. So what we can do is, on our background audio game object, we can add our new script, and once we press play, you'll notice that then when I move to a new scene and I move to it, we'll carry on the audio in the same place that we left off. So you can hear the sound there. And as we've moved to the other scene, you can still hear the audio. So that's perfect. So you only need to remember a few things. You can create an empty game object, add an audio source, make sure that it's 2D or 3D depending on what you're trying to achieve. You can make sure that it doesn't destroy when you move to another scene. You just use don't destroy on load and then have it on your game object that you have. And then when you move between scenes, you can have your background audio, and you can sort of maybe make a fade out accordingly. So thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.